Tigers. With Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, and Eric, we're just winding up the JV game, and we got .1 remaining in it, and it's come all the way down to the final play, and it looks like Greenbrier East is going to hang on and beat Shady in the JV game 50-48. But if the Varsity is anything like this JV game, you and I and our viewers are in for a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, it's been a good game, Maris. Game of runs, teams really going at it, and the ball got off.
Yeah.
It was good. It went in.
Yes.
But, yeah, and Greenbrier East able to hold off Shady late.
Well, as we talk about this varsity matchup, we're about 25 minutes away from getting the ball game tipped as the crowd continues to file in. We're going to have a big crowd tonight, and we think we'll obviously have a big viewership on Video Productions. This is round 2 between Shady and Greenbrier East. They played up at Fairleigh on January 23rd. Shady led for most of that game. Greenbrier East rallied to win the game, Eric, 61-57. But coming into this game tonight, each team is going to be shorthanded a little bit. And I say a little bit, first of all, for Greenbrier East, they'll have, which, you know, you and I, every time we see East, we're like, why doesn't this guy start? And the coaching staff at East, Coach Patton, says that Braylon Godfrey does better coming off the bench. So this will be the 4th straight game that Greenbrier East will not have his services. He will not be available tonight. And then, of course, for Shady, Eli Sexton, he was injured against Ripley last Wednesday at the Parmar event down at West Virginia State. He did not play Friday against Fairmont Senior. He will not play tonight. His status is day-to-day.
Yeah, and day-to-day, and that's 2 big blows. More so, I think, bigger blow, though, to Shady. As far as Eli helped a lot. Sexton helped a lot with the ball handling, man, and you take out an extra ball handler, and you got to go a little bigger if you're Shady now. And we'll see how this one shakes out. But Godfrey, since he's been out, the Greenbrier East Spartans has 3 quality wins.
You're right, Eric. They come in here hot. They beat Oak Hill, they beat Beckley for the 2nd straight time, and they beat South Charleston for the 2nd straight time. You're right. So they've got 3 quality wins. They're 12-5. Shady is 10-5. Shady got a big win last night as they bounced back here at home, a 62-47 win against Princeton. In that game, Kobe Dillon led them with 22 points, but Cutter Boggs really stepped up. He had a double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds, and Gabe Short chipped in with 15. So, Shady's got to be feeling good about themselves. Another thing, too, Eric, Shady in this gym, they've been outstanding. They've only lost 1 game in the last 6 years in this building, and that was to Beckley a year ago. And I know every game's different, every year's different, but it shows you just how good this Shady team, the Shady program has been under Ronnie Olson, especially how good they've been at home.
Yeah, definitely. That's a stellar record, man. Anytime you can go a few years and only lose 1 contest, that bodes well for your program. And it's going to be a tall task for this Greenbrier East Spartans team, but I think this is a capable team, man. They're athletic, and they really get after it. And they really play as a team, well coached with Coach Jared Patton, man. They do a good job, both coaches, and this is going to be a huge matchup.
And I'll tell you what, Eric, you have to be strong with the ball because I think the defense is going to control the evening. I think who plays the best defense throughout the course of the game is going to win. And you know what reflects that, like I said, the last time they played it was 61-57. You look at Shady last night, they hold Princeton to 47 points, winning 62-47. And in that 3-game winning streak, you look at Greenbrier East, they scored in the 60s against South Charleston. And the Beckley game, you have to help me out, I think that game was in the 40s, right?
Yeah, it's 49-44.
Yeah, so it was a low-scoring game.
Yes.
And then even the Oak Hill game. So, even though Shady and East haven't scored much more than 60, they've held their opponents into the 50s and into the 40s.
Yeah, and Shady is still trying to find its range in the last 3 games from the 3-point range. I think they went an uncharacteristic 1 for 16 last night.
Right.
And that in a game like tonight, I think they'll need to make a few more threes if they're wanting to get a victory tonight.
Yeah, the one thing you got to like about this, we got a big crowd. As we look away, the people are still continuing to come in. And, here, if you've never been to Shady, if you can see on the screen, everybody's kind of like right on top of the court. This is the kind of game you want. It's a big game. You're coming down to the end of the regular season. There's a lot at stake here. Seeding on the line. In fact, I had a short conversation with both head coaches, Jarrett Patton for East, Ronnie Olson for Shady. And, as far as seeding's concerned, for the moment, Eric, neither one's concerned about seeding. They know in the big picture that's important, but tonight it's just about trying to get the win.
Yeah, tonight is just about getting the win, and all that stuff will take care of itself. I know that's coach speak, but in the back of their minds, they know this is a pivotal game, Maris, going towards seeding, especially if you're Shady. if you're Shady, you're looking down the road. You still have to play Beckley twice. Greenbrier East has already handled business against Beckley. And if Greenbrier East is able to sweep Shady, that's going to bode well for Greenbrier East.
Well, it will, because I think if East was able to win this game tonight and get the season sweep, I think they would definitely get a home game in the postseason. If Shady were to win tonight and sweep Beckley, then who knows? Because that's one of the things that Coach Patton asked me, what was my opinion as far as the seeding. And I said, Coach, yeah, I know a lot of times when us in the media ask coaches, we get coaches to speak. So when the coach asks me that, I give him, like what you just said, just win. Because
just
really,
because
you just don't know how any of these are going to vote. And he's like, yeah, some coaches like, well, the big thing is about Capital. Capital on paper, record-wise, looks to be the top seed in this region, but Capital has not played a regional opponent. And some of the coaches were saying, look, in their meeting, that was the number one thing was your record against regional opponents and then overall. But I think you should take your whole body of work.
But, and this is me playing devil's advocate, and I don't have a dog in the fight as far as like Capital. But Capital, let's blame it on SSAC in going to 4 classes, because as of last year they were in 4A, and then they had to come down. And they're not dodging anybody. They played GW.
Right.
They played Parkersburg South. They played Huntington. Well, I'm not disagreeing with you, because I told Coach Patton, in my opinion, for what little that matters, is little to none, I think that it should be the entire body of work, and then definitely you look at head-to-head matchups. Yeah, and then next year, all these teams, when you're in the region, you at least play each other once.
At least once.
At least once, and then all of it
will work itself out. All right, both teams going through the warm-ups. We'll take our first commercial break. Get you ready here in about 15 minutes. It'll be 12-5, Greenbrier East against 10-5 Shady. Coming up here, like I said, in about 15 minutes here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do. At Little General Store. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hill. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backroads. Little General Store, fuel your adventure for West Virginia.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Midstate Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Midstate Ford, home of the Big John deals.
This new year, give your home a fresh start with a brand new view from Window World at Beckley.
At Window World, we believe all homes deserve comfort, energy savings, and style all year long.
With our energy-efficient windows and doors, Window World has you covered.
Give your home the view it deserves this year with new windows and doors from Window World at Beckley. New year, new view with energy-efficient windows from Window World at Beckley.
Call today, 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD
for your free in-home estimate.
Welcome back to Shady Spring High School. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. If you need a plumber or if you need someone to check out your heat, you want to call the professionals at Modley's, and it's an easy number to remember, 304-253-HELP. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Grab you an ice-cold Pepsi as you relax wherever you are watching the action tonight. And also brought to you in part by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. They have all your favorite Italian dishes, plus sandwiches, salads, and seafood. And they also have catering available, private parties. You can book your next event at 304-255-5253. And the game tonight also brought to you in part by United Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company, a division of United Coal, located in Sophia, West Virginia. They take pride in producing coal that fuels progress around the world. From the heart of coal country, United Coal, they deliver resources that strengthen industries and communities. And Eric, I know while I was reading that live read that the head coach of Greenbrier East, Jared Patton, came over and he was trying to talk to me, and I know he said something to you.
He switches starters, and I'll let you know.
We'll get into that before we get into the lineup. But both teams going through the warm-ups, and now the captains meeting with the officials as the coaches meeting in midcourt. So Eric, I had a chance to watch on video productions when these two teams played back on January the 23rd. And like I said,
also too.
Right. We'll talk about this. As Shady had the lead, and then Greenbrier's able to pull it out the end, 61-57. But I felt it was just a play here or there that led to Greenbrier's winning, and I think that could be the case here tonight.
And the thing was with that contest, and that shows you why you got to play. You play 4 quarters. It looked like that Shady had control of the contest for 3.5 quarters. But it shows you, I think, a little bit of playing at home, man. Teams get this extra energy, and once Greenbrier East got hot, I think Shady feels that they let one slip away. But also on the flip side, I think that Greenbrier East said they took it, and that's why I think this is going to be an amazing contest right here.
Well, the crowd continues to file in, and most of the Shady fans are across the way. We do have some Shady fans behind us, but there are also a lot of Greenbrier East fans that made the trip. Of course, it's not that far from Fairleigh. Once you get on the interstate to Shady, you could probably be here in 40-45 minutes, maybe a little sooner.
Easy trip.
And it's an easy trip, and the crowd will be at fever pitch, and we'll be ready for it. Welcome back to Shady Spring High School. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes has a 24-lane bowling center with a full-service restaurant. Bring your family, join a league, book your next birthday party at Leisure Lanes. You can dial them up at 304-253-7328. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They have quality custom cabinets. You can dial them up at 304-252-2917. They've been around since 1974. The game tonight also brought to you in part by Edward Jones Financial Advisors, and they have 4 great financial advisors to help you no matter what your financial goals are, whether you're retirement or whether you are looking to retire or already in retirement, or whether you're changing jobs. And that's Heather Cantley, Brooke Dempsey, Ben Worley, and Tracy Howe. And also the game brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, you can go to the website at exitelevationwv.com, and you can check out Luke Richmond, the broker, and Steve Morgan, the associate broker. Well, Eric, we're a little more than 6 minutes away from getting the game tipped. So what do you expect that we will see, first of all, from the Greenbrier East Spartans?
Yeah, I think the Greenbrier East Spartans are really going to try to take Kobe Dillon out of the contest, like not giving him a lot of open looks and make other guys beat him. And I think that would be their formula tonight.
And on the flip side for Shady?
I think Shady is going to have to do what they did last night. Control the glass with the 2 bigs, and the bigs have to stay out of foul trouble.
And that's the one thing, I think you hit it right there. I think Shady's bigs have to stay out of foul trouble. And, of course, Boggs had one of his better games, a double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds. And I think he has to be – I think he can be the X factor for Shady tonight and moving forward if they don't get Sexton
Boggs,
back.
You don't want to take it out of him. He has one gear. He plays so hard, but he has to figure out how the game is called early. And he can't get – and once he gets this first or second foul, don't pick up the cheap third one where you take yourself out of the contest and make Coach Ronnie Olson have to make a decision to take him out. So he has to play hard but under control. Yeah, got to stay on the floor. We'll take one more break as both teams still going through their final warm-ups and get you ready here less than 5 minutes from tipping the game between 12-5 Greenbrier East, 10-5 Shady. Coming up next here on Video Productions.
Access Health, many of our physicians begin their journey here. They trained with us, grew with us, and chose to stay, because Access Health isn't just where their careers began, it's where they found home. Here, caring means more than medicine. It's knowing your patients and being part of their lives. They've grown with Access Health and with the community that welcomed them. What sets Access Health apart isn't just the care we give, it's the people who grow with us and the community we call home. Access Health. When the need grows, so do we.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
Hey, grab me one too.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. ServPro, like it never even happened.
Hey folks, Rick Lewis here. Come and see what all talks about at one of West Virginia's top pre-owned auto dealers, Direct Choice of Beckley.
Direct Choice has over 50 vehicles available, all priced below market value. And credit problems are no problem. Good credit, slow credit, bad credit, doesn't matter. Direct Choice has over 10 financing sources available with excellent rates to get you in your new car, truck, or SUV today. Give us a try before you buy at Direct Choice Pre-Owned, 4631 Robert T. Byrd Drive, Beckley. Or shop 24/7 at directchoicewv.com.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter of Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. And Eric, we're moments away from getting the ball game started. We welcome you back to the Winter World pregame show. Greenbrier East 12-5. Eric, they got 3 quality wins as they enter this game. Oak Hill, Beckley, and South Charleston. And beating Beckley and South Charleston, they swept those season series. They still have another game with Oak Hill. Shady coming off a big win last night on this floor. And for Shady, Eric, when you look ahead, they had, like I said, they got a big win, regional opponent with Princeton last night. They got East here tonight. They go to Nicholas County tomorrow. They got Pikeview on Saturday. All those regional games. Then they have Beckley Monday and Tuesday. Monday at Shady, Tuesday at Beckley.
So you got it laid right out in front of you if you're Shady, and you get back hot, string some victories together.
And the thing about it's going to be tough on Ronnie Olson because, I mean, you got all those games and you don't have a very long bench anyway. And, like you said, players that are going to have to be careful of not to fouling out. And they might see more zone tonight than we normally do. We're getting ready to have the playing of the national anthem. We'll take one final break, come back, get you the starting lineups and the opening tip on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
This new year, give your home a fresh start with a brand new view from Window World at Beckley.
At Window World, we believe all homes deserve comfort, energy savings, and style all year long.
With our energy-efficient windows and doors, Window World has you covered.
Give your home the view it deserves this year with new windows and doors from Window World at Beckley. New year, new view with energy-efficient windows from Window World at Beckley.
Call today, 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD
for your free in-home estimate.
My name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Levy, where they are right.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Greenbrier East, they're 12-5. Their head coach is Jared Patton, and for their starters, here's Eric.
They'll go this way, Maris. They'll go with Brody Hamrick coming in, averaging 18 points a game. They'll go with Darius Burns, Nathan Dixon, another 18-point-a-game scorer, and they will go with Sam Harver and Broderick Gunner to round out the starting five.
For the Shady Spring Tigers, coached by Ronnie Olson, they're 10-5. They'll go with Gabe Short, comes in averaging 13 a game. Kobe Dillon, the team's leading scorer, at 23 a game. Jace Lilly at 8 a game. Jace Bailey at 4 a game. And Cutter Boggs, he scores 8 points a game. As we're moments away from getting the ball game started, Eric, the crowd continuing to come in. They're about a fever pitch. Everybody's ready for this one.
Yeah, this is a good one. You and I talked about it. It's been snowed out twice, and we're finally getting it in, and this is going to be a high-level, high-competitive game tonight.
Round two between Greenbrier East and Shady. We mentioned earlier in our pregame show, Greenbrier East won the first matchup back on January the 23rd at Fairleigh by the score of 61-57. Greenbrier East will be wearing the dark black uniforms trimmed in gold and green, Shady in the home white, trimmed in gold and navy blue. And we're moments away from getting the game started. And I guess however you want to look at it, Eric, some people say the game started late because we thought 7, the JV game ran late, and then most games start at 7:30, so maybe we're starting early.
That's true.
The opening tip of the ball game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown, your local State Farm agent in Shady Spring. You can dial him up, 681-238-6130. So in the center circle will be Sam Harver for Greenbrier East, and he will jump up against Shady's Jace Lilly, and we're ready to put the ball in the air. And Eric, I know you and I are excited, the players, the fans, and everybody at home, wherever you're watching, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, just sit back and relax. What we think is going to be an outstanding basketball game.
Yeah, it's going to be a well-played high school, high intensity. As I said, I think both teams will come out trying to oppose their will on the other.
Mike Anderson, the referee, has the basketball. We're ready to go. Of course, for those who don't know, Mike Anderson's brother Jerome played for the West Virginia Mountaineers, played in the 1976 NBA Finals, and played in perhaps the greatest game in the history of the NBA, that Game 5 in 1976 that went triple overtime. But that was then, here's now, and we're ready for action. Everybody's set, and the ball's in the air, and the tip will be controlled by Greenbrier East going to the basket to our left. So Shady comes out. They're going to play man-to-man as Greenbrier East trying to find somebody to maybe cut through the lane. A little ball movement. There's a cut there trying to get the ball to Hamrick. Hamrick, one of the 2 leading scorers, and on the first possession, Greenbrier East turns it over.
Yeah, not how you draw it up, coming out and turning it over on the road, and it looked like good defense early in that first possession for Shady.
Yeah, Brody Hamrick and Nathan Dixon both, as Eric told you when he gave the starters, they come in averaging 18 each. So a new look Shady. Of course, this is the third game that Shady's had to play without Eli Sexton. And Greenbrier East back in the zone as Short off the dribble. Boggs kind of set a screen for Bailey. Bailey on the drive. Finds Kobe Dillon in the near corner for 3. He left it short. And an offensive rebound. Lilly powers it up, scores, and he's fouled. What a great offensive rebound that was by Lilly. He muscled it up and gets the hoop in the horn.
Went high above everyone to get the rebound, as you see here. And this is what you need out of the young man, just playing under control as he got the rebound and put it up in for 2 and a chance to polish off a 3-point play.
Harver whistled for the foul. That's his first, team's first. Lilly at the free throw line. He rattles it in. And Shady able to get the 3-point play the old-fashioned way and score on their first possession. Here's Greenbrier East with it. Hamrick head of the lane. Hamrick was an outstanding quarterback for the Spartan football team this past season. Greenbrier East just working it around, trying to get somebody free. There's a nice drive to the basket and a block by Lilly. So Lilly's making dividends, Eric, on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, 1 rebound, 1 block, and 3 points.
As he blocked Dixon's shot, Kobe Dillon for 3. He goes right down the chute. And Shady with 2 3-point plays. A old-fashioned 3-point play on the first possession and a 3-ball by Kobe Dillon on their second possession.
And that's one thing, if you're Greenbrier East and you're in that zone, you can't lose track of Kobe Dillon on the trail, and that's just too easy.
Yeah, that's like a layup, right? That's too easy with 3. Here's a Hamrick on a drive, a lot of contact. He lays it up and in. That could have been a whistle, but no whistle, and Hamrick does a good job, Eric, as he was able to fight off the contact, get to the rim, and lay that in.
And that's what I think Hamrick's going to have to do. They're going to have to be very physical in going to the hoop.
So this East zone trying to back Shady further out.
Yeah, and the thing is with the zone, you can't lose track of Dillon as you're going to Gabe Short with
Gabe
the wide
Short
open.
dials up a 3. It won't go. The long rebound is ran down. It's out of bounds over to Greenbrier East. But that was a good
look. You got
look
the look
right
you wanted.
right.
Yeah, you read my mind. You got the look you wanted. And I think if you're Shady, you'll take that open look every time.
Yeah. And Coach Olson definitely, he'd be fine with that possession.
Yeah. Just got to shoot it.
You know, really, I guess when you come down to it, sometimes basketball can be really simple. You got to make shots, right? And I know that it's easier said than done, as there's a 3 dialed up for East, and that short won't go. But an offensive rebound, that was by Gunner. As he follows his shot, but back the other way, Kobe Dillon attacks the basket. Off the glass, it won't go. Tipped around, fought for the loose ball. It's out of bounds, and let's see, it will go over to Greenbrier East. We'll watch the replay here. Kobe Dillon trying to go up right there, a little kiss off the glass, a little too strong, and both teams had a shot at it, and then Lilly was the last one to touch it. So here's Burns with it. Get the ball to Hamrick. They double team Hamrick into the lane. Hamrick, tough shot, and he'll draw the foul, and he'll get to the line.
And that's going to be on Cutter Boggs trying to come over and help, and we got to pay attention to the Cutter Boggs foul situation because, as you stated, the bench is, a tad short.
Yeah. So it'll be Hamrick at the free throw line. He's got Greenbrier East's only 2 points. He comes in averaging 18 a game. First free throw is good. And Eric, you and I had a chance to cover a couple of Greenbrier East football games.
Yes.
What an outstanding quarterback. In fact, we did the Shady Greenbrier East game, and we did the Greenbrier East Beckley football game. As Hamrick misses the second, he makes 1 of 2. And here comes Shady on the attack with Kobe Dillon.
Yeah, cut the lead in half, and that's going to be, one of the key points of the game too, making your free throws.
Short pulls up from the right elbow and knocks it down. Nice looking shot by Gabe Short.
And right now, balance for Shady, as 3 players have scored, and Hamrick's the only Greenbrier East Spartan to get on the board.
And Hamrick has it now. And Hamrick will hand the ball to Dixon. Dixon on the baseline drive. They cut him off. Hamrick shaking and baking off the dribble, and there's a foul. And if that's on Boggs, that'll be his second foul, Eric.
Well, because he plays defense that time with his hands instead of with his feet. As you can see, it's ticky-tack, but that's a grab.
Yep. You watch the replay there. So that's 2 fouls on Boggs. That's he has both of Shady's fouls, 2 team fouls. East inbound, side out across the way. Ball goes in the corner to Burns. Burns down low with a nice pass. Nice catch by the big fella, Harver. Harver 6'6", able to catch it and lay it up and in.
And you know what I liked about that play is he kept the basketball high, didn't make himself small, and got it up and in.
Ball's loose on the floor, but Short able to run it down as we go under the 4-minute mark for quarter number 1.
And as you can see now, they're putting emphasis of Greenbrier East on not leaving Kobe Dillon get the high ball screen and
cut him
really
off, yep.
You can't lose him, though, once the defense shifts.
In a timeout, and I think it's a good idea for East to start in this zone, and it looked like it kind of baffled Shady. Coach Olson wants a timeout with 3:39 remaining in the opening quarter. It's an 8-5 lead. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, and we'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. The fine folks at Cracker Barrel had a pregame meal there the other day, and they have delicious food. I highly recommend the meatloaf platter at Cracker Barrel, but you can check out the menu by going to crackerbarrel.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. If you have a heating or plumbing problem, this is an easy number to remember. Call the professionals at Modley's by dialing up 304-253-HELP. Well, Eric, right now it's been a cat-and-mouse game right to start this game. 3:39 remaining opening quarter, low-scoring game, kind of how they played up at Fairleigh on the 23rd of January when Spartans won that 61-57.
Yeah. When you get a tough regional foe like this, man, every possession counts.
Possession's big, yeah.
Every possession's big, but look for Greenbrier East, and this is just my thinking and my psyche. If Shady's going to continue to stay in that man, I'm isolating whoever Cutter Boggs is guarding. They're going to get some touches and make him play with those 2 fouls, those 2 early fouls.
And it looks like, Eric, maybe Greenbrier East is going to get out of that zone as Kobe Dillon goes around the screen, tacks the basket, puts it up, and there'll be a foul, and it'll get Kobe Dillon to the free throw line.
And I think that's going to be on Hamrick, maybe.
We'll see when they put it up on the board.
And it was on Hamrick, and that'll be his first, team second.
So Kobe Dillon will step up to the line and get a couple of free throws. Kobe Dillon had a big game in Shady's victory over Princeton last night. He had 22. He averages 23. First free throw is good. Well, Eric, we'll get a rare night off tomorrow night, but we'll be back at it on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday night will be at Independence High School for the girls' game, Logan and Independence, as Kobe Dillon makes them both. Friday, we'll have the middle school third place game and championship games of both the girls and boys. And then Saturday, Shady has a battle that Video Productions will have at 1:30. Bill O'Brien will have that with Mark Montgomery, and you and I will be at the Raleigh County Convention Center for Tech basketball, the women's and men's game, 3 and 5 o'clock. As Hamrick will dial it up from downtown, and a splashdown for Brody Hamrick.
And Brody Hamrick shot that with confidence, and Shady, not anybody out on him. He's not going to put a hand up. I'm letting it fly.
Yeah.
And Hamrick right now is hot out the gate with 6 points.
Yeah, he said, if you're not going to guard me, I'm going to take it. Dillon around the screen, into the corner. Bailey dials up a 3. In and out, it won't go. Battle for the rebound. The putback is good. That's Boggs with the putback. So on the weak side, Cutter Boggs able to get that rebound and put it back up and in.
But Jace Lilly made a play, keeping it alive as they get the steal.
Short with it. Maybe got away with a overhand as he goes down the lane and draws the foul. That dribble got kind of high, Eric, and no call, and then Gabe Short will draw the foul as he goes down the center of the lane. Watch the ball kind of get away from him right about there. But it's not a violation if they don't call it, and the foul will go against Dixon, and that will be his first, team's third. Short will shoot a pair. And the first free throw is good.
And Shady's a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. That's what you have to do. You have to cash in at the charity stripe and win games like this.
And Short ready for the second free throw. On its way. And he got them both, and this equals the largest lead of the game at 6 right here for Shady with 2:25 left here in quarter number 1. Here comes Darius Burns into the lane. The short shot won't go. Battle for the rebound. It's loose, still loose. They're down on the floor. We got a held ball, and the arrow will give it to Shady. So here's Kobe Dillon. He'll walk it up. Greenbrier East now looks like back in that zone again, Eric. As Boggs tries to set a high ball screen. The ball comes here to the near side. Into the post. Power move. Lilly, he goes up strong, puts it up. It doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. And we got a held ball, and the arrow this time will give it to the Spartans of Greenbrier East.
And that time I think Jace Lilly dribbled too deep. One too many dribbles. Hey, make a turn, and get it up, and he was too far under to really get a good shot up.
So here come the Spartans trying to cut into that 6-point Shady lead. Here's Burns trying to shake and bake. Burns on the drive. They cut him off on the baseline. Ball comes out to Gunner. Hamrick.
You got the switch you wanted right here.
Hamrick on the drive to the baseline, tacks the basket off the glass, up and in. Beautiful play.
And what I'm saying is on that switch, Cutter Boggs is going to have to let him go.
Yeah, and Hamrick,
tough.
He recognized it and able to take it right to the rim and lay it up and in.
Yeah, two-man game right there was nice.
From the corner for 3, it's short, but Boggs with an offensive rebound. And down the lane, there's a lot of contact and a foul. And that will get Gabe Short to the line.
And that's big. That's 2 on Sam Harvard, team's 4th.
And, you know, that 3, when I said it was short, I knew it wasn't Short, the player that shot it. I knew the shot was short.
Yes.
Yes. Just want to clarify that for our viewers at home. And Greenbrier Easton ready to dip into its bench after this free throw. But Shady perfect at the line in this first quarter. Gabe Short's first free throw is good. And Shady will also dip into its bench. Malachi Floor will check in. And let's see, in for Greenbrier East will be Kai Jones checking into the lineup. And also into the Spartan lineup will be Vickers. Dubba Vickers will check in. Second free throw is no good. 1 of 2 made. Battle for the loose ball, and the Spartans come out of there with it. So we're under a minute here for quarter number 1. Glad you're with us on Video Productions. Maris Lowry, Eric Thomas. And we got a turnover, and the ball will go over to Shady.
4th turnover unofficially in the first quarter.
Kobe Dillon walking it up. We'll see if Shady will hold it for the final shot of this quarter. And I know that's something, Eric, I say all the time, but teams don't normally do that. But it seems like here lately they have been doing it.
They have been, and like you said, though, this is one of the games where you got to value every possession. Not that you don't every game, but in big games you have to.
And say the way Shady's spreading the floor, I think they are definitely going to hold the ball for the final shot of this first quarter. It's like the old 4 corners of North Carolina about 50-plus years ago.
Yeah, get a little field forward out here.
Yeah, of course, Phil Ford put on a dribbling exhibition back in the day, but Shady, and I think this is good strategy. You know, you want to make sure East doesn't get another shot by the end of the quarters. Kobe Dillon attacks the basket off the glass, up and in. Beautiful move by Kobe Dillon. Last shot time for the Spartans. Half-court shot. Count if it goes, and it won't go, and that's the end of the first quarter. Shady has its biggest lead of the quarter, a 7-point advantage. It's Shady 17, Greenbrier East 10. We'll take a break, come back with the second quarter here on Video Productions.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. They have all your favorite Italian dishes, plus sandwiches, salads, and seafood. You can dial them up at 304-255-5253. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company is located in Sophia, West Virginia. They take pride in producing coal that fuels progress around the world. From the heart of coal country, United Coal delivers the resources that strengthen industries and communities. Ready for the second quarter, Eric. It's a 7-point Shady lead. This is the biggest lead of the ball game, 17-10, and the Tigers will have the first possession of quarter number 2.
Yeah, and I think Shady did what they needed to in that first quarter. They played really good defense, turned over Greenbrier East, and only thing that they did wrong is Cutter Boggs getting a couple of fouls, and he's going to have to play through that.
Boggs sets a screen for Dillon. Dillon trying to go around it. Over to Short. Short on the dribble to the head of the lane. Now he tacks the basket up off the glass. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Lilly puts it up, hits the front of the rim, and they battle for the loose ball. And let's see, I think Hamrick's out of bounds. It'll stay with Shady, and that's the case. But a lot of times where the referee stands and Greenbrier East coach stands, Eric, I'm kind of screened out. I've got to call this really off the monitor. And we appreciate the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, making that available to me. Here's Kobe Dillon around the screen, dials it up from downtown. It's short, and they might get Lilly for a foul. Luckily that they didn't get him for a foul. They could have, right, Eric?
Yeah, and it's one of those.
Hamrick goes coast to coast and lays it up and in.
And, one of those where good box out by East was rewarded with a rebound and a non-foul called on Jace Lilly.
Yeah, but what a nice play by Hamrick.
But look at the size difference now without Sam Harver on the floor. So both teams dealing with some early foul trouble to their bigs.
Here's Short off the dribble into the lane, puts up a wild shot, hits the front of the rim, but an offensive rebound by Boggs. He'll put it back up and in.
Boy, he pinballed off of a couple of players as Cutter Boggs able to get his 4th point, sticking with it, and extend the Shady lead.
Hamrick with it now. He's had the hot hand for the Spartans as he hands the ball to Burns in a little weave. Now Dixon on the drive, tacks the basket, off the glass, up and in. Nice play by Nathan Dixon.
And that's Nathan Dixon's first 2 of the night. And Greenbrier East seems like they've settled down a little bit and getting it to their scores.
Kobe Dillon right here in front of me, almost in my lap, as he goes around the screen into the lane. Bailey, far side 3, it won't go in that corner. He had a good look, and it just couldn't knock it down.
Bailey's just got to get a couple of those to fall for him.
Hamrick open 3 on its way, left it short, and Boggs with the rebound. Shady on the move. Here's Kobe Dillon. And he doesn't force it. Good smart play by Dillon, nothing there. And we got a timeout, and Shady wants a timeout with 5:55 remaining in the first half. 5-point lead at 19-14. Will this be a full or 30? It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes has a 24-lane bowling center with a full-service restaurant. You can join a league or book your next birthday party. Call Leisure Lanes, 304-253-7328. Also the game tonight brought to you in part by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. Quality custom cabinets, and they're a proud sponsor of local sports. Been around since 1974. Hart's Cabinets, 304-252-2917. Well, Eric, out of the 30-second timeout, Shady is led by as many as 7. The lead is 5 now. Shady scored the first 6 points. They led 6-0. They led 14-8. And then, like I said, they led by as many as 7. 17-10 at the end of the quarter. The lead's 5 now.
Yeah, and both teams defensively are really buckling down. And I think this shows you, this is the second 30-second timeout of this first half. This shows you what Coach Olsen is trying to get done, man. Each possession is huge.
I mean, we're ready to go. It looks like everybody's ready to go. I don't know what the holdup is, and maybe they can't get the music turned off, huh? Everybody was enjoying the Queen. We will rock you. Everybody was rocking up in here. All right, out of the timeout, here's Malachi Floor into the ball game for Shady, and he throws a high pass. And, boy, you hate a turnover anytime, especially right out of a timeout.
Yeah, that's one of those that Kobe Dillon couldn't climb the ladder for to get that one.
So here's Burns with it for East, trying to cut into the Shady lead a little more. Burns shaking and baking, tacks the basket, and we got a foul. And that foul is going to go against Malachi Floor. So Floor turns it over on one end, commits a foul on the other. And I think that'll be on the floor, and it will. It will not be shots. That's the first team foul on Shady here in the second quarter. 5.5 remaining at halftime. Hamrick with it now. And Boggs got to be careful. He's got 3 fouls on him. I think if you're Hamrick, you drive on him, right?
Yeah, and I think he gave that one up too soon.
Well, they got a free ball. Maybe not, as Dixon says. What are you talking about too soon? A splashdown, and all of a sudden, Spartans are just down 2. Here's Short around the screen. Floor has it now. Short into the lane, tacks the basket, puts it up and scores. Nice play by Gabe Short. Under control as he got into traffic there, Eric, and able to score right there in front of the rim.
Yeah, and able to nice and silky smooth mid-range shot. 7th point of the first half for Gabe Short.
Dixon feeling that he puts up a 3, it won't go, but an offensive rebound for the Spartans. And Kobe Dillon comes up with the steal. And then now it's restolen. Dixon with it. And now it'll be a foul on Kobe Dillon. Is incidental, but nevertheless, you have to call it, and the officials right on top of it do. And that'll be Dillon's first, team second. So 21-17 the lead, and the Spartans inbound on the baseline. Ball comes into Jones. Here's Dixon on the drive, tacks the basket, lays it up and in.
That was a nice, and Dixon's feeling that's 7 straight points for Dixon.
Now good hard drive and able to finish. Spartans within 2, Short on the drive into the lane, pull up from about 10, and the ball goes in. We got a whistle. What do we got? We're going to count the basket. Let's see. I think we'll count the basket. So the basket counts, and then there's a foul, Eric, away from the ball.
And that's on Hamrick, and that'll be his second. Team's first.
So they'll count the basket, and now Shady will have possession of the ball, I believe, or unless there's going to be one free throw, because it wasn't on the shot. It was away from the ball.
That would be after the ball went in, still be Greenbrier East ball, right?
No, it would be Shady's ball possession because it's a foul on East. So going to count the basket, and Shady will get possession of the ball because it was a Greenbrier East foul. They've counted the basket. Yeah, the basket counts. And there's some confusion, but the basket does count. It's 23-19. The foul came after the ball went in, and that's the right call, as now Shady turns it over. And Bailey should have just let that go into the backcourt. Yes.
Let it go.
Yes. So after all that confusion, Shady turns it over. But the right call was made. The ball went through, and now there's a discrepancy, but that should have counted. And I have 23-19, what the score does. That's correct, 23-19. See, we all over, aren't we, partner?
Yes, we are.
Kobe Dillon all over Hamrick as Hamrick gets the ball now. They double out on Hamrick. He turns the corner. And Dixon with it. Passes it down low, wide open, turn around, lay it up and in. What a nice play as Jones able to get free and lay it up and in.
Ty Jones with 2, who initially was going to be a starter, and they switched it right before the game started, and he comes in and pays big dividends. Nice feed, though, and ball movement.
We go under the 4-minute mark of the second quarter, and what's been a very entertaining first half of basketball.
And
a deep 3 on its way. It won't go. That was put up by Short, but the rebound is ran down, and the Spartans come out of there with it. Greenbrier East with the chance to tie or take their first lead of the game. It's Hamrick off the dribble, spins. They cut him off. They find Dixon. He'll spot up, shoot for the lead, and it's good. And Greenbrier East has their first lead of the night, a 1-point lead as Dixon's had a really big second quarter. 10 points on the night for Dixon. He's averaging 18, and he shot that with a lot of confidence, Eric.
And you know what? Great assist, great find, and a good job by Hamrick not forcing it on the baseline.
So they got Shady starting their offense much further out toward midcourt. Floor thought about the 3. Here's a baseline drive by Short, tacks the basket, puts up the shot. It won't go. Loose ball right into the hands of
Lily.
Lily.
Oh, was that Floor?
I think it was Floor who was able to put it back up and in.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I'm looking off the monitor as Burns goes down the lane. Now they cut him off. This is the kind of game we thought we'd have, Eric.
Yeah,
this is like a tournament-type game.
You knew it was going to be like this. And this is still in some minutes, so to speak, for Coach Ronnie Olson. Had to take Cutter Boggs out, made that decision to go a little smaller.
Hamrick with a pull-up. It won't go. Nice rebound, or thought it was going to be a nice rebound. They try to tip it out, does East, and it's out of bounds. And as soon as you mention Boggs, he will check back into the ball game.
Yeah, but 2:19 to go right before halftime. He has to know not to.
You got to make sure you don't get that third foul. That's right.
That third foul.
So Shady with possession, up 1. And at the rate this is going, Eric, we're kind of on pace. We're actually not to be where we were the last time these two teams played. We're on pace to be in the 50s. Bailey around the screen. Under 2 minutes for the half. Kobe Dillon around the screen. Tacks the basket into the corner. And what do we got? We got a turnover.
Did he step out of bounds, I think?
Yep, he must have. Like I said, I was screened out. And I'm looking at the monitor, and I can't see. Greenbrier East wants a timeout.
30.
1:53 left here in the first half, and it's a 1-point lead for Shady. And we'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Edward Jones Financial Advisors. And Edward Jones has 4 great financial advisors to help you, whether you're changing jobs or whether you're planning on retirement or whether you're already retired. You can check out Heather Cantley, Brooke Dempsey, Tracy Houck, or Ben Worley. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell your house, check out Exit Elevation Realty. Go to their website at exitelevationwv.com. As Luke Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the associate broker. But, Eric, this has been a battle like we thought it would be, and this has been a Class AAA regional matchup. This is the second game between the two teams. Spartans won the first matchup back on January the 23rd, 61-57.
Yeah, and you said it best that both of these teams know the magnitude of this game. And, you know, they didn't – either coach wanted to talk about the seeding, but they know in the back of their minds that this goes a long way towards securing, a home game in the postseason.
Well, especially if you are Greenbrier East, because if you get the win, you get the season sweep, and that's huge.
That's a big feather in your cap.
Yes. Shady scored the first 6 points of the game and led 17-10 at the end of the first quarter. And then the Spartans, with some nice play between Hamrick and Dixon, have clawed back. Spartans had a brief lead. Shady regained the lead, and now Greenbrier East with an opportunity to get the lead back on this possession.
And then, talking about stealing minutes, Coach Jarrett Patton is also, with Sam Harver, has been on the bench this whole quarter after picking up his second.
So here's Burns with it, and now Burns will hand it over to Hamrick, and Hamrick will bring the ball across the midcourt stripe. They've set up a play out of that 30-second timeout. They go down low, trying to go down low, and they turn it over.
And both teams turned the ball over out of timeouts.
Right. Here's Kobe Dillon around the screen. Here on the near side, Spartans back in that zone. Got to have some ball movement if you're Shady, trying to find somebody open in the zone. There's Bailey. Bailey pulls it up. Coming up on the final minute here of the first half. And the ball's knocked out of bounds, and it's a turnover. It's lost out of bounds as Gabe Short pleads his case, but to no avail. And with 57.8 seconds left here in the first half, the Spartans, Eric, with a chance to regain the lead, as checking back into the lineup will be Gunner. And Floor gets ready to check back in as Boggs will come out. Because, obviously on defense you don't want him to pick up that third foul.
Yeah, you definitely don't. They were going to probably target him. If you're Greenbrier East, you have to have that recognition.
So let's see if the Spartans will elect to try to hold it for the final shot of the half. Probably not if they get a good look like this is right to the rim. And if you get that kind of look, you don't need to hold it. As Dixon with a huge quarter. He's got 12 in the game, and Greenbrier East is back in front by 1.
Great length and great burst by Dixon. Nathan Dixon, 12 points in the quarter.
Bailey attacks the basket, puts it up. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. And they'll say it will stay with Shady. as they get ready to put Boggs back in the ball game.
I think they're going to get together and change this one.
And I think you are correct. And now Boggs will come back out as we watch the replay.
Yeah,
yes,
went off
that was
Bailey's
the right
hand.
call.
The right call.
Yeah, the right call was made. And good job by the officials to get together. And, hey, what you got, what I got, right? And here come the Spartans, the final 17 seconds. And there's a held ball, and Spartans will keep the possession. So 16 and a half seconds remaining until halftime, Eric. You got to think Greenbrier is definitely with the ball and up one will hold it for the final shot.
Yeah, if you're Greenbrier East, the young man that's taking it out right there, Nathan Dixon, I'd find a way to get it back. You got to ride the hot hand,
yes.
right? I mean, someone, you do have Hamrick, but I would find Dixon, try to get the ball back to him. Whoever's guarding him is going to be a matchup problem.
Hamrick's got it now. They got to go quick, Spartans. Ball's loose. Ball's free. Shady turns him over. Dillon ahead of the pack. He'll lay it in ahead of the game clock with 3 seconds left in the half, and that'll get Shady to the locker room with a 1-point lead as Kobe Dillon able to score off a steal. And at the break, it's a 1-point Shady lead. It's the Tigers 27, the Spartans 26. We'll take a break, come back and get you ready for the Direct Choice halftime show coming up next here on Video Productions.
1-2.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter. Mr. Nick Eskins is always doing a great job producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. And Eric, we got the kind of game we thought we were going to have. It's a 1-point lead for Shady, 27-26. Shady scored the first 6 points of the game, led 6-0. They led 14-8, and they had their biggest lead at the end of the first quarter, leading 17-10. But Greenbrier East, on the hot hand of Nathan Dixon in that second quarter, came roaring back. The Spartans led a couple different times in that second quarter, and there in the final 16 seconds, Eric, Shady able to get a steal. Kobe Dillon able to put it up in just ahead of the first half buzzer, and Shady takes a 1-point lead into the locker room, 27-26.
Yeah, and the thing that was most impressive for me for Shady is they had some balance, with a few players chipping in, Cutter Boggs getting a couple buckets early.
And we'll get into that in our next segment. In fact, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go inside the numbers as you're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do. At Little General Store. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hill. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Store, fuel your thinking. West Virginia.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Hey folks, Rick Lewis here. Come and see what all talks about at one of West Virginia's top pre-owned auto dealers, Direct Choice of Beckley.
Direct Choice has over 50 vehicles available, all priced below market value. And credit problems are no problem. Good credit, slow credit, bad credit, doesn't matter. Direct Choice has over 10 financing sources available with excellent rates to get you in your new car, truck, or SUV today. Give us a try before you buy at Direct Choice Pre-Owned, 4631 Robert C. Byrd Drive, Beckley, or shop 24/7 at directchoicewv.com.
At the break, it's a 1-point lead for Shady, 27-26. We're going to go inside the numbers, and inside the numbers brought to you by Direct Choice. Direct Choice is a pre-owned vehicle lot located at 4631 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley. They have West Virginia's best selection and prices on pre-owned vehicles. And also inside the numbers brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Lori Richmond is the agent located at Market Road in Beckley. You can dial Lori up at 304-252-8646. For the numbers of the first half, here's Eric.
Okay, once again, the scores, Shady leads by 1, 27-26, Marison. This is how it broke down by quarters. Shady outscored Greenbrier East 17-10 in the first quarter, and East returned the favor, outscoring Shady 16-10 in the second quarter. Individually, Shady's being led by the 9 points of Kobe Dillon and Gabe Short, have 9 each. Cutter Boggs has 4 points. Rounding out the scoring is Jace Lilly with 3 and Malachi Floor with 2. For Greenbrier East, individually they're being led by Nathan Dixon, 12 points. Came in the game averaging 18, got all 12 in that second quarter to pull Greenbrier East back into the contest. Brody Hamrick has 10. And rounding out the scoring is Sam Harver, who had 2 points early, and Kai Jones with 2 to round out the scoring.
So for the Spartans, their top 2 guys that came in averaging 18 each, Hamrick and Dixon, they have what, 22 of their 26 points. And, Greenbrier East, when they got down 7 and they were able to come back in that second quarter, and they were really able on the shoulders of Dixon, because like you said, he got all 12 of his points in that second quarter.
Yeah, he had the hot hand, Maris. He was able to knock down 2 threes and 3 twos in the quarter, and he was feeling it. And but you have to kick yourself if you're Greenbrier East, the way you gave the lead up right there at the end of the half, and that's one of those things. We'll see how that momentum, if it shifts back to Shady.
And I would think one of the things, if you are Greenbrier East, you'd be thinking along these lines, and you come on the road to play Shady, just like what happened up at Greenbrier East. The game's going to be tight, and you just want to be able to put yourself in position to try to win the game at the end.
Yeah, and that's right. I mean, you're probably happy with where you are if you're Greenbrier East, but you had a chance to extend the lead. And those things come into play, as we saw with the game we did last night.
Right.
I think the shot before halftime by Catholic was the difference in the momentum of the game, because I thought it was going the other way. So we'll see how the second half or the third quarter plays out.
And, of course, if you're Shady, and we mentioned this way back in the pregame, Eric, in the last 6 years, Shady's lost 1 game in this building, and that was to Beckley last year. So I know from game to game, year to year, that doesn't mean anything. But under Ronnie Olson, especially in these last 6 years, they've been really good at home, and they're in a battle. It's a 1-point lead.
Yeah, and we'll see how that unfolds. And a lot of people say, well, that doesn't matter, but I think these kids take pride in not losing on this court.
Well, especially with this particular team, because this year they haven't lost at home, and you're right. You want to be able to go undefeated at home, and that says a lot, because to me, that's the first sign of a good team. If you defend home court, you got a really good team.
Yes, I mean, and that's half the battle, though. If you know, you can usually say, hey, we're going to win our games at home. That's you're on your way to a good season.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take another halftime break. It's a 1-point lead for Shady, 27-26. We'll be right back on the other side of this break here on Video Productions.
Gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Midstate Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Midstate Ford, home of the Big John deals.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do. A Little General Store. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hill. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backroads. Little General Store, fuel your adventure. West Virginia.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Are you ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And we welcome you back into Shady Spring High School. And Eric, because they had the Shady Tiger dance team and now Little Miss Tiger, the halftime has been extended by 5 minutes. Normally we have 10-minute halftimes, and we had a 15-minute halftime here tonight. So we're still a little more than 5 minutes away before we start the second half. Does that vary into what we might see in the second half?
No, I don't think so. I just think it'll give the coaches a little more time to go over a little more X's and O's. As you see, Greenbrier East starting to make their way back out, but I don't think that'll have any bearing on the second half.
So it's a battle as we look forward, Eric, and we move forward, taking a look here. Shady, and I said what they've got coming up. Of course, they beat Princeton last night on this floor, and obviously playing Greenbrier East here tonight. And then they will go to Nicholas County tomorrow on Saturday afternoon. Actually, Friday, before we talk about Saturday, they have to go to Princeton. So they played Princeton last night, have East tonight, they have Nicholas County tomorrow. They go to Princeton Friday night. And then they got to come back and play an afternoon game at 1:30 here against Pikeview.
They only have 2 days off in the next
right. And then, of course, Sunday would just be their rest day because you can't practice. And then they have Beckley back-to-back, Monday here, Tuesday at the Armory.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough.
That's a gauntlet, isn't it?
Yeah, and what you talked about earlier, I never really thought about, but that's a lot of minutes on some legs.
And right, and like I said, they're not very deep anyway with the injuries that they have sustained. And I'm not making excuses because everybody goes through injuries. Everybody's got a lot of this. We're just talking about what are facts, what's in front of us right now.
Yeah, what's in front. I mean, it's not making an excuse, but it's the truth. You got some injuries, and that's a lot of legs. A lot of minutes on some legs in a short time.
And Greenbrier East as well, they're going without Braylon Godfrey. Godfrey, who you and I really like, 6'5". And I asked Coach Patton, if you remember, we did their scrimmage back in December. And I was like, why doesn't he start? And he's like, he's more comfortable coming off the bench. But he's going to be a big factor in how far Greenbrier East goes when they get him back. And they will get him back, I'm told. Now, on the flip side for Shady, will they get Eli Sexton back? That's day-to-day. No one knows. But Greenbrier East riding a little momentum, beating Oak Hill, Beckley, and South Charleston, trying to win their fourth in a row here.
Yeah, and that's a good stretch for Greenbrier East. Playing without one of their key contributors, and that's just building some depth, I think, and giving some other players some confidence.
So we'll take one more break, and we're actually they've stopped the clock from running it down. They stopped it right at 3:57, so I guess The teams will have a little time to warm up, like I said, a little extra halftime tonight, and we'll take a break. It's a 1-point lead for Shady, 27-26 here at halftime, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do. At Little General Store. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Store, fuel your adventure. West Virginia.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Levy, where they are right.
We welcome you back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, Jackie Moon on camera. And Eric, of all the games we've done, this is really a very lengthy halftime.
Big time lengthy halftime. We got to get the Little Miss Tiger festivities, and we had a tie. So you know what that tells me? They raised a lot of money.
That's right. All right, while we got a minute, we're going to go over some of our sponsors. Actually, I'm going to go over all of them. We appreciate everything they do to make these games possible. Our live read sponsors are State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Scotty Brown is the local State Farm agent. Direct Choice. Direct Choice is a pre-owned vehicle lot located in Beckley. We appreciate them. Allstate Insurance, Lori Richmond on Market Road in Beckley. And also Exit Elevation Realty, along with Edward Jones Financial Advisors, Hart's Cabinets, and have quality custom cabinets, MacArthur, West Virginia, Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley, Infinity Coal Company. Give time for our producer and director to get caught up. I'm rattling through them so fast, right, Eric? Yes, there's Infinity
He said,
Coal.
I'm scrolling, slow down.
He's got it. All right, Pasquale's. Making me hungry for Pasquale's. Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, at the Spartan Factory, and Cracker Barrel. And now the teams are back out on the floor, Eric, and they got about 3 minutes to warm up. So your take, if you're in, first of all, the Greenbrier East locker room, or what might you heard Coach Patton tell the troops?
I think he's saying, look, we have the formula to win this game. You know, we battled back and took control in the second half, gave up the lead late. But just going to have to stick to the game plan and try to sneak out of here with a victory.
And on the flip side, Ronnie Olson, what might you have heard if you were in the Tiger locker room?
You got to continue to play that strong defense without fouling it for Cutter Boggs. I don't think they can go another stretch here in the second half, Shady, without Cutter Boggs on the floor.
So what else we have coming up for Video Productions? We'll get a rare night off tomorrow, which, of course, tomorrow starts Lent, Ash Wednesday. Of course, they had Mardi Gras today. They call it a Fat Tuesday. And I'm sitting here talking about food and some of our sponsors with food on Fat Tuesday. But anyway, on Thursday, we'll have girls high school basketball. We'll have Logan at Independence. You and I will be back at Coal City. We were there last week for a boys game, and we'll have Logan Independence. That game will tip at 7 o'clock on Thursday. Then Friday will be the Raleigh County Middle School That will bring the curtain down on their season. It'll be at the Raleigh County Convention Center. There'll be 4 games. We'll have the girls' third-place game, boys' third-place game, then the girls and boys championship. The first game is at 4 o'clock, then 5:30. Those are the 2 third-place games, and the 2 championship games will be 7 and 8:30. You and I will have the 2 championship games. Bill O'Brien, Mark Montgomery will have the 2 third-place games, and then Saturday, Bill O'Brien, Mark Montgomery, they'll be here at Shady. They have a 1:30 game against Pikeview, and Eric, you and I will be at the Raleigh County Convention Center, the final game of the regular season for the WVU Golden Bear Tech, both the women and the men. The women's game starts at 3. The men will follow that at 5. So, we've got a lot of basketball still ahead of us, and it's hard to believe, Eric, just 1 month from today we'll start the boys state high school basketball tournament.
We'll be locked in at Charleston watching probably a couple of teams here make it to Charleston, and it's going to be, I think, all 4 classes will be a great tournament this year.
Yeah, and both of these teams could end up making it, and we'll just have to see how it all plays out. All right, so they put another 4 minutes back on the clock so the teams can get loosened up, and also they've got a broom out there. I don't know, maybe if we got perhaps a little leak perhaps in the gym as they got a towel up there wiping some stuff off. Nevertheless, we'll go ahead and take one commercial break and get you ready for the second half. Because, like I said, this halftime seemed like this lasted almost as long as the first half did, right?
Yeah, they got to get loose because I'm not playing and I got stiff sitting over here.
27-26, a 1-point Shady lead. We'll be right back on Video Productions.
Gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Mid-State Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Mid-State Ford, home of the Big John deals.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do. A little general store. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little general store, fuel your thinking. West Virginia.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Are you ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School. And Eric, we're finally looks like we're going to start the second half. I feel like I aged a year during halftime. It seemed like it lasted forever, which it did.
It did. That was a lengthy halftime.
Scored all 12 of his points in that second quarter. Burns on the drive, leaves it for the near corner. And now Hamrick off the drive into the lane. Turn around. They cut him off. Burns for 3 in the lead. It won't go. Battle for the loose ball. Offensive rebound. The putback won't go. and Boggs had it, and it's out of bounds over to Shady.
So 2 good looks for the Greenbrier East Spartans. Rattled out. Burns looked like he had what would be a 3 to put him in the lead, and then the rebound was not put back by Sam Harvard.
Yeah.
You got to capitalize
Point
on
blank,
those.
too, right? He was right there in front of the rim, and he just couldn't get the ball over top of the rim. Here's Short around the screen. Thought he would shoot that, but he finds Kobe Dillon in the corner. As we're a minute here into the second half. Short off the dribble. And get the ball down low. Lilly off the glass, left it short, out of bounds. Nope. Loose ball. Kobe Dillon able to pick up the loose ball down on the floor. He gets back up. Ball's knocked free, and Greenbrier East turns Shady over. And here's Hamrick with it on the drive. Hamrick into the lane. Hamrick high off the glass. It won't go. The tip is in. And I didn't see who that was. I was screened out, but Greenbrier East has regained the lead.
I think it might have been Kai Jones on the tip.
I couldn't see, Eric. I was looking off the monitor, and I couldn't see that, and it just screened out. So we'll get that to you in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Nevertheless, the Spartans with a 1-point lead. Boggs down low in the paint, off the glass and scores. Shady back in front. Cutter Boggs calling for the ball. Dillon found him, and he was able to turn around and shoot, score. And Shady back in front 2 minutes in here in the second half. Dixon down the lane. Dixon puts up the shot. It rolls out of bounds, and it will go over to Shady. Well, there's a lot of battles for those loose balls, right?
It's just
when the shot goes up.
Boom. Big-time scrums underneath the basket.
Greenbrier East will extend the pressure, and then Dixon commits a foul, something you don't want to do. A foul, 60 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, he thought he was going to get the steal a tad late, and that's 2 fouls on Nathan Dixon. As a student section chants, you can't do that, which is one of my favorite chants.
Well, if you do it, they're going to call a foul on you. So
that's why you can't do that.
That's why you can't. Well, you shouldn't do it. How about that? Maybe more you shouldn't do it. Here's Kobe Dillon way out high. He turns the corner, tacks the basket, a lot of contact, no whistle, ball off the glass, and Bailey runs down the rebound for Shady. Bailey on the drive, up into the lane, lays it up and in. Nice play by Bailey.
Bailey get his first 2 and was decisive when he got the basketball and was able to
here's
get to the
Greenbrier
rim.
East with it. Burns shaking and baking. Burns into the lane. Dixon will shoot for the tie, and he'll knock it down.
And Dixon continues a hot hand. 15 points for him. That was a big 3 to stop the run.
Almost right, basically half of their points. Bailey on a drive and throws the ball back, and Lilly has to run it down from being a turnover.
And this man-to-man defense is really getting up in the Shady players.
Short on the drive. Backs in.
That's his
fall
shot.
Away. That's his patent shot, but he left it short. And here are the Spartans on a run out. Burns all the way, puts the shot up. It won't go. The putback is up and in on Harbor running the floor, and Greenbrier East back in front by 2. And Eric, I think this is how it's going to go all the way down the end. Back and forth we're going to go.
Back and forth. It's who can get the upper hand. On the rebound, defensive rebounds, keeping them one and done.
Kobe Dillon in traffic, tacks the basket, lays it up. It was short. Harbor with the rebound, and we've got a held ball, and that will give it to Shady. No, now they changed the arrow.
No, I was going to say.
I was looking at the arrow. Yeah. They had the arrow pointing.
Shady got the
right
start the quarter.
But I was looking at the arrow, and then they corrected it. So East with the ball. And up to, this has been East's biggest lead. They've not been able to extend the lead more than 2 points. And Hamrick. Dixon's been the hot hand, 15 of the team's 33. And they throw the ball back in. Good hustle by Hamrick to save a turnover. Burns into the lane, puts the shot up off the glass. A lot of contact, and they say play through it.
Wow.
That was a lot of contact, wasn't it?
Wow, that was kind of a forearm shiver. But it's not a foul if they don't call it.
That's right. You got to play through it, but I thought that was going to be a foul. Dillon attacks the basket, and now they call a foul on that end, and Kobe Dillon will get to the line, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, going into these 2 free throws. 9. This will be 9 free throws attempts for Shady to 2 for Greenbrier East.
And Kobe Dillon with a chance to tie the game as that foul will go against Vickers into the lineup for Spartans as Kobe Dillon rattles in the first of 2.
And with that gets Kobe Dillon into double figures with 10.
He scored 22 in the win against Princeton last night. He enters tonight's game averaging 23. Second free throw on its way, and it is good and ties the game. So here's Burns with it.
And you're just going to have to be aggressive if you're Greenbrier East. You're going to have to make them call some fouls.
Good defense by Shady. Tough shot. That's a block. It goes right back in the hands of Dixon. Here's a baseline drive, and what do we got? I'm looking off the.
It's a charge.
Yeah, I'm looking off the screen the best I can, Eric, because the coach is standing right in front of me. Yeah, it's Boggs. That's a good defensive play by Boggs to take that charge. That's Hamrick, I believe,
that's 3
right?
on Hamrick.
Yes. So Hamrick gets his third, and not only that, Eric gets the third team foul, and Shady doesn't have any team fouls here in this third quarter. The Spartans will extend the pressure. Boggs catches the ball ahead of the field, puts the shot up. Count if it goes, and he's fouled. As Hunter Boggs got behind the Greenbrier East defense, they found him. He was able to spin into the lane as we watch the replay, Eric, and right here able to turn. And
that's 4 fouls on Hamrick.
Through the contract, kiss off the glass, and a chance to polish off a three-point play.
That's 4 fouls on Hamrick.
And they put it up on the board, and and Hamrick's still on the floor, and they're going to have to get him out as Boggs completes the three-point play. And Hamrick is still in the game.
They tried to sub for him.
Yep, but apparently he didn't get there in time. I don't know, but he didn't get in the game. And Shady with a three-point lead. Burns on a drive to the basket. That's a foul. Burns will get the line to shoot a pair, and now the Spartans will be able to get Hamrick out of the ball game. As we watch the replay here. And I'm with you, Eric. We talked about, and I don't know if we did this during the commercial break or during halftime, but Burns, I think, has to really assert himself a little more. I think he's a really shifty player, but he's been kind of quiet here tonight.
Yeah, and he's getting a few shots up. This is his third shot of the quarter. Missed the open 3, and getting to the free throw line. Just seeing something go through the basket could get him going.
That foul was on Bailey, his first, as the free throw is good. And Hamrick will exit the game. As you mentioned, Eric, he has 4 fouls. So with 2:40 left in the third, you may not see him until maybe the final 4 minutes of the fourth, maybe, depending on how the game goes. Burns trying to get East within 1, and he does just that. So it's a 1-point Shady lead. Here's Short off the drive. Now hands it to Bailey. Bailey trying to turn the corner. And he'll back it back out. Short on the drive, down the lane, tacks the basket, lays it up and in. What a nice play by Short as he gets all the way to the rim and able to lay it in, and Shady back in front by 3.
And that gives Short into double figures with 11.
As Short entered the ball game averaging 13. Here's Dixon with it. He's got 15 for the Spartans. Came in averaging 18. And then the ball's knocked free. It's a turnover. Kobe Dillon had a big hand in that, and he has it now. Dillon races to the basket, lays it up and in. And Greenbrier East wants a timeout. And the Shady fans come to their feet. With 1:38 left third quarter, a full timeout. And we'll take it with them as we go to break. We can watch this play right here. The defense sparks the offense as Kobe Dillon lays it in. 1:38 for the third, 40-35 the Shady lead here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School. And with 1:38, Eric, remaining third quarter, we were talking in the break, the way this game has been going from the second quarter on, a 5-point lead is a big lead in this game, and Shady has it leading 40-35. Shady is led by as many as 7. That was 17-10 at the end of the first quarter. Greenbrier East is led as many as 2, and as I said, the lead's 5 right now as the Spartans will inbound the ball.
13-point quarter already for Shady with 1:38 to go in the quarter.
Shady's going to extend the full court pressure.
And yeah, with Brody Hamrick out, they're really going to try to keep the ball away from Dixon.
Here's Gunner with it to run the offense.
Kobe Dillon is guarding Dixon.
Gunner around the screen. They jump out him. They double team him. And now here is Dixon. Dixon on the drive. They double team him, trying to get the ball out of his hands. And now Burns will call out a play.
And I think this is where they're going to have to try to find some offense from Burns.
Got a little motion going. Dixon on the baseline. They double team him into the lane.
Well,
and there's a travel. Yep, and the ball got stuck on the hip of Harvard. When he got in the lane, he looked like the ball, like kind of like I said, it just kind of like it was glued to his hip right there.
Hung on his hip. And that extra step.
That's a good call. So under a minute for the third. Shady with the ball, and they lead by 5. Kobe Dillon open look for 3. Kaboom! A 3-ball by Kobe Dillon. And the biggest lead of the game right here for Shady at 8. And that's one thing you can't forget where Kobe Dillon is. And Greenbrier East just left him alone, Eric, and he was able just to walk right up to the 3-point line and drain it from downtown.
That's like a layup for Kobe Dillon. That's 16 points, and that is a big shot right now during the course of this game. But
Burns tries to go back at you. The 3 won't go. Battle for the rebound. It's loose. Kobe Dillon runs it down and saves it. The final 30 seconds, probably last shot time for Shady here in quarter number 3. Shady had led by as many as 7 before Kobe Dillon hit that 3. This 8-point lead is the biggest lead of the night. And we come up on the final 10 seconds of the third. Okay, you got to go now, Eric. 6 seconds. Kobe Dillon for 3. That's going to be long. And looked like he rushed that a little bit because I think he didn't realize how much time he had, Eric. You could tell that when he shot that one, he kind of rushed that a bit. So checking into the lineup will be Jones, and Greenbrier East coach Patton is saying there should be more time on the clock, but no way to verify that. This shot will count if it goes. It doesn't go, and that's the end of the third quarter. Shady with its biggest lead of the game at 8. They lead 43-35 as we head to quarter number 4. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
This new year, give your home a fresh start with a brand new view from Window World of Beckley.
At Window World, we believe all homes deserve comfort, energy savings, and style all year long.
With our energy-efficient windows and doors, Window World has you covered.
Give your home the view it deserves this year with new windows and doors from Window World of Beckley. New year, new view with energy-efficient windows from Window World of Beckley.
Call today, 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD
for your free in-home estimate.
Hey folks, Rick Lewis here. Come and see what all talks about at one of West Virginia's top pre-owned auto dealers, Direct Choice of Beckley.
Direct Choice has over 50 vehicles available, all priced below market value. And credit problems are no problem. Good credit, slow credit, bad credit, doesn't matter. Direct Choice has over 10 financing sources available with excellent rates to get you in your new car, truck, or SUV today. Give us a try before you buy at Direct Choice Pre-Owned, 4631 Robert T. Byrd Drive, Beckley. Or shop 24/7 at DirectChoiceWV.com.
Shady led by 7, Eric, 17-10 at the end of the first quarter. They led by 1 at the break, 27-26. And now Shady has its biggest lead of the game, Eric, at 8, 43-35 as we go to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, a lot of time to play, but you got Brody hampered with 4.
Yeah, and he's out there to start the fourth quarter.
Yes, and he's out there. He's just going to have to play smart because you can't let this balloon to double digits. And Shady will get the first crack at it here to start the fourth.
So the ball's inbound, and here we go for the fourth quarter. And there's almost a steal as Dixon trying to overplay and try to deny Kobe Dillon the ball. So it'll be Shady's ball side out. Here's Short on the drive to the basket. A lot of contact, and that's an offensive foul, and Short went hard to the basket. And good defense by Greenbrier East to draw that foul.
That'll be Gabe Short's first.
And that'll be the team's first. So the Spartans now will have the ball, their first possession of this fourth quarter. And Hamrick, who's got the ball now, he's got 4 fouls. But the Spartans coaching staff trust him to be able to play with 4 fouls. And the ball's loose in the lane. Ball still loose, and Spartans turn it over. Here's Kobe Dillon. They find Boggs down low, wide open. He lays it up and in. And it's a double-digit lead, the biggest lead of the game for Shady here at 10, 45-35. And I'm not sure what we got here right now. A delay of game warning, I believe, is what they called, Eric. When the ball went through the basket, I think one of the Shady players hit the ball. So that's a warning. The next time it's a technical, and that's what the call was, a delay of game warning.
And Cutter Boggs, with that point, gets into double figures with 11. So 3 Shady players in double figures for the game, and only 2 for Greenbrier East.
Here's Burns, turns the corner into the lane. There's a 3 ball from the far side. It's good, and a much-needed 3 for the Spartans as Gunner dials it up from downtown. Yeah, you know Greenbrier's got a run in him. Kobe Dillon, beautiful bounce pass, and Boggs able to score again. Great job by Dillon as he drew the defense to him, and he left it down low for Boggs, and Boggs able to finish. Burns trying to turn the corner. Around the screen. They double team him down low. Nice pass. In traffic, they throw the ball back out. Mid-range shot up, in and out, no good. And Boggs showing his presence, Eric, on both ends of the floor.
Wiping the glass for Shady. 1 and done for East.
Kobe Dillon. A lot of dribbling as he circles back around. Good defense by the Spartans. And we got a timeout by Shady. 6:12 remaining fourth quarter. 47-38 the Shady lead. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
1-2.
Grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As the crowd rocks to Twisted Sister. How about that? That goes back to 1984. They're not going to take it. It's 6:12 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and Shady in front, 47-38. Shady's biggest lead has been 10. Of course, the lead 9 right now, and Shady will have the ball out of the timeout. But you know Greenbrier East, Eric, you know they're going to have a run in them.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Yeah.
But Shady's really amped it up defensively and on the glass Cutter Boggs has really been the difference.
Well, you look, 26 points at halftime for Greenbrier East, and now with 6:12 left in the fourth quarter, they don't have a 38. So only able to score 12 points.
Yeah, 9 in the third, only 3 so far in this quarter.
And here's Bailey with it. He finds Kobe Dillon. Dillon on a drive, gets to the rim, off the glass, lays it in. Actually, I'm not sure he used the glass. It looked like he was going to, and at the last minute flipped it up. And now this is the biggest lead of the game here at 11. Three ball dialed up and good. A splashdown. And it's Gunner that drains a three. And a much needed three for the Spartans.
Yeah, but they got to do it on the defensive end to get back in this.
Nice pick and roll, and Lilly able to finish. That was a beautiful play. And you got to like that. Freshman to freshman, right? Bailey to Lilly.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing that for years to come.
Hamrick, they've got him. That's a tough force shot. He puts it up. It won't go, and Boggs with the rebound. That was a difficult shot for Hamrick to take. Kobe Dillon spins into the lane. Leaves it for Boggs, and Boggs will be fouled, and he'll get to the line to shoot a pair. As we watch the replay right here, Kobe Dillon able to spin right there and bring the defense to him, lay it down for Boggs. Boggs will get to the line to shoot 2. The foul is on Burns, and that will be his first, team's first. Greenbrier East 12-5, Shady 10-5. Spartans beat Shady back on January the 23rd, 61-57. And Shady trying to even things here with the win tonight. The first free throw was no good by Boggs. And Shady shot free throws really well tonight. That's one of the rare misses that they've had, right, Eric?
Yeah, they've only missed 2.
And that was the second miss.
Yeah, they've shot 12.
And Boggs makes 1 of 2. And this will equal the largest lead of the game at 11. Coming up on the 5-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. Around the horn they go. Dixon on the baseline drive. Up and under, and he scores. Dixon had a big second quarter. But you're right, Eric. If East is going to get back in it, this is the end of the floor. They got to get back in it on defense. They've got to maybe get some steals as Bailey turns the corner, gets into the lane, puts up the short shot. It won't go. Tipped around. Lilly with an offensive rebound. The putback won't go. Battle for the loose ball, and it's going to be out of bounds over to East as Boggs, a good hustle play, trying to throw it back in, and he hit the back of the backboard. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
And I thought it was going to take out the wonderful photographer, Karen Akers.
Yeah.
I thought that ball was going to take her out.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Me either.
Of course, you do this long enough, I'll see anything, right? Getting ready to come up on the halfway point of this fourth quarter. And Gunner, a lot of dribbling. They double team him. And on this possession, Eric, a lot of time being used by the Spartans. Hamrick, shaking and baking into the lane. He lost the ball down on the floor. What do we got? What, we got a held ball or a time? I think we got a held ball. I'm screened out again.
It was. Stay here with East.
Yeah, I'm trying to look off the monitor and do the best I can when the play happens here, because where we're located, always at Shady, as many times, Eric, we've done games, the visiting team that sits here, the coach stands directly in front of me and blocks my vision. And then when the ball is down where it was, the official stands in front of me, so I got double vision. Pulling out a little former there, huh? A little bit of double vision where I can't see. So Greenbrier East will have possession of the ball with 3:52 left here in regulation. 52-43 the lead for Shady. And Dixon set to put it in play. Dixon with it now. Waits on a screen. Boggs jumps out on the hedge. They double team the ball. And the ball's knocked free. Lilly, great defense by Shady, and he goes in and lays it up and in. That's great defense. They hedged out on the ball screen and able to get the steal and get a layup on the other end. There's a pull-up jumper. It won't go. That's by Dixon. Ball out of bounds, and it will stay with the Spartans. Watch this last steal right here. Ball comes out high. Here's Burns for a three. Left it short, and Boggs runs down the rebound.
Yeah, Burns just had an off night tonight. Only points of the night were 2 free throws in the third quarter.
You know, you said Boggs is in double figures in scoring. I bet he's double figures in rebound. He had a double-double last night. I bet he's got that again tonight as he loses the ball in the lane, and it's a turnover either way because he lost the ball, and then they'll say he traveled. So with 2:57 left in regulation, you know, Eric, if you're Greenbrier East, you may not want to rush, but you got to be quick, right?
Yeah, I think the last 2 possessions they've ran too much.
A lot of clock.
Too much clock.
Yes, I'm with you.
You got to go.
I mean, you want a good shot. You don't want to rush it. And there's a three, and it's good. A splash down by Dixon. And that's just what the doctor ordered if you're East. You get points and you get it quick. Each team's only committed 1 foul. So if you're thinking about fouling, I don't know. I don't think it's too late to start fouling now. Shady will call a timeout. 2.5 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Shady leads 54-46. And let's see if we got a 30 or a full. I believe it is a full, and we'll take it with them. And we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
This new year, give your home a fresh start with a brand new view from Window World at Beckley.
At Window World, we believe all homes deserve comfort, energy savings, and style all year long.
With our energy-efficient windows and doors, Window World has you covered.
Give your home the view it deserves this year with new windows and doors from Window World at Beckley. New year, new view with energy-efficient windows from Window World at Beckley.
Call today, 1-800-WINDOW WORLD.
For your free in-home estimate.
Hey folks, Rick Lewis here. Come and see what all talks about at one of West Virginia's top pre-owned auto dealers, Direct Choice of Beckley.
Direct Choice has over 50 vehicles available, all priced below market value. And credit problems are no problem. Good credit, slow credit, bad credit, doesn't matter. Direct Choice has over 10 financing sources available with excellent rates to get you in your new car, truck, or SUV today. Give us a try before you buy at Direct Choice Pre-Owned, 4631 Robert T. Byrd Drive, Beckley, or shop 24/7 at directchoicewv.com.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School. Maris Lowry, Eric Thomas, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. 2.5 remaining, Eric. 8-point Shady lead, 54-46. The biggest has been 11. And out of the timeout, Shady will inbound across the way at midcourt.
Yeah, and this is, I think, right now in this game, a big possession for East because you can't let Shady just run clock. You're going to have to really get after their ball handlers and try to turn them over.
And if you foul a little bit, that's okay. You've only committed 1 foul. Yeah.
The only person you don't want fouling out there is Hamrick fouling.
Right. Hamrick's the only guy because he has 4 as Kobe Dillon penetrates. And the ball is knocked free, and here's a turnover. So East, but now they got to go quick. Here's Gunner with it. East down 8. Nice head and shoulder fake by Gunner trying to get free. He finds Dixon. Dixon on the drive. Pull up from 15. It won't go. Battle for the rebound, and Lilly comes out of there with it. That was a big possession.
Yeah, big rebound by Lilly, climbing the ladder and tipping it to himself.
If you're Shady, unless you get a layup, you just want to take care of the ball, run clock. The ball is knocked out of bounds with 1:48 left in regulation. And Shady with the ball leading 54-46. Sometimes, Eric, this is the hardest thing to do is Malachi 4.
Side out right here.
Yeah, where they have to inbound the ball is 4 will check into the game and Boggs will come out. And Greenbrier East wants a timeout. So 1:48 left here in regulation, 54-46 the Shady lead. And it's a 30-second timeout. And let you know that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Edward Jones. Edward Jones Financial Advisors. They have 4 great financial advisors to help you plan no matter what your plans are, if you're changing your job, if you're planning on retiring, or if you're already retired. Heather Cantley, Brooke Dempsey, Ben Worley, and Tracy Halk can help you with that. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by United Coal Company. Infinity Coal. United Coal is located in Sophia, West Virginia. They take pride in producing coal that fuels progress around the world. From the heart of coal country, United Coal delivers resources that strengthens industries and communities. Out of the timeout, Shady will have it, Eric. 1:48 left here in the fourth quarter, and the lead is 8 at 54-46.
Yeah, and Greenbrier East with only one team foul each. They're going to have to gamble. They're going to have to go.
A foul.
Got to foul or try to get some steals. Got to really try to put pressure on this Shady offense.
I like what Bailey tried to do. He tried to get the ball in on the baseline. They're like, no, you called the timeout right here in front of the bench. And that's, to me, I think where he's putting the ball in play is harder than from the baseline.
Tougher angles.
And the ball comes to Kobe Dillon. And like I said, only Hamrick is the guy you don't want fouling if you don't get a quick turnover. Floor dials up a three. I'm not sure that's what they wanted, as the three is missed, but Shady able to get the rebound, and Floor able to catch it, shoot and score on a pass by Kobe Dillon. So Floor, after missing the three, able to get it back and lay it in and back the other way. That shot is good. I didn't see who made it. And we got a foul on the play.
Hamrick's fouled out.
Did they score on that? Let's watch this. There's this last play. And now if we can run back the play that just happened, but it looked like Shady went to inbound the ball. Did the ball go through the basket? Apparently not.
Yes.
Well, they still got 46. Apparently it didn't go in. It did go in. They just haven't put it up on the board yet. And there's Hamrick pushing Bailey as they're going back up the floor. So they should count the basket.
Yeah, the basket went in for his 12th point.
But they have not counted the basket yet. Did the basket count? Did the basket count? And trying to find that out. James, did the basket count? The basket should have counted. They haven't put it up yet. We're trying to figure this out, Eric. There's a full timeout, and I think they have fouled Hamrick out of the game. And we're trying to get the officials' attention to see if the basket counted, because they have not added the 2 points on the board.
Well, I counted it. It's 48. 56-48.
They still have not put it up on the board as Shady has the ball. So he did not add the 2 points, because that ball definitely went through the basket. And Shady trying to run out the clock. So it actually should be 56-48. They have 46 on there, and now there's a foul. And maybe we can get the official, but they should have 48. The ball went through the basket. That basket should have counted, right? Yes. Well, they haven't added it on the board yet. They haven't added it. No, they should have 48. We're trying to broadcast and referee a little bit. So I don't know if you heard that, ladies and gentlemen, as I can understand the frustration of Coach Patton, but now they've put it up there. 56-48, and Shady with 1:08 remaining in the fourth quarter will inbound the ball. And Boggs has it, and he's looking to get rid of it as soon as he could, and he does to Kobe Dillon. We go under a minute, and East is going to have to foul, and now they do. So that'll be the fourth team foul. They'll have to foul one more time.
Third on Dixon.
So Hamrick is fouled out of the game. And I think we got a technical foul just assessed.
If it's on Hamrick, that would be his fifth. That would be his fourth.
Will, who did they call it on? Did they call it on Hamrick? So Shady will get 2 shots in the ball. And it will be his 5th foul, right? Well, that's 5 team fouls.
That's his 4th, but it was the technical variety.
So
version.
I wonder if they'll get 4 because they'll get 2 for the 15 foul and then 2 for the technical, maybe?
Yes.
And plus possession of the ball. So it should be 4 free throws and the ball. And the first free throw by Kobe Dillon is good.
19 on the night for Kobe Dillon.
He had 22 last night.
And I think if he makes all 4 of these plus the ball, I think this may seal the victory.
Yeah, they're up 57-48 with 56 seconds to go. So now, and apparently, it's only 2 because That was it was a technical with 2 shots, but it's the 15th foul. So I'm not really sure, clarify how that rule works, Eric. We'll have to find that out. But I would have thought he would have got 2 more because of the 15th foul. But 56.2 remaining fourth quarter. And here's Kobe Dillon with it. And if they foul him again, and they don't, almost a steal. Here's Bailey with it. And Kobe Dillon now waits for the foul to come, and it doesn't come as he just dribbles in circles and will run out the clock, apparently. Apparently East is not going to foul, and now they find Boggs down low. He'll catch and lay it up and in. Biggest lead of the game right here at 12, final 23 seconds, and Shady is going to get a much-needed win and even their season series with Greenbrier East, Eric. Spartans are going to fall to 12-6. Shady's going to go to 11-5. As a 60-48 win. Let's see, as that 3 is no good, the final 8 seconds, and that'll do it. Your final score will be Shady 60 and Greenbrier East 48. And as I mentioned, Shady will now go to 11-5, and Greenbrier East will fall to 12-6. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show after this on Video Productions.
Asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They've tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Levy, where they are right.
Well, as this big crowd makes its way to the exits, Eric, most of them happy if they're a Shady fan, as the Shady Spring Tigers have defeated Greenbrier East here tonight by the final score of 60-48. With the win, Shady will go to 11-5, and they'll even up their season series with Greenbrier East. The Spartans will fall to 12-6. It started off with Shady scoring the first 6 points of the game. They kept that lead at 14-8 and had their biggest lead of 7 at the time at the end of the first quarter, 17-10. Back and forth they went in the second quarter, and at the break it was a 27-26 Shady halftime lead. But where the game really turned, Eric, was in that third quarter, and I think you had mentioned it through the course of our play-by-play of how good Shady really took it up a notch defensively, and they opened up a 10-point advantage, which at that time was the biggest lead, 43-35 at the end of 3, and they were able to hang on and extend the lead excuse me, to as many as 12, and that's what it ended at. 60-48 the final score as Shady defeats Greenbrier East.
Yeah, and defensively is where the game was won for Shady, as they were able to apply, they did the run and jump a little more, and it really disturbed the ball handlers for Greenbrier East. They turned them over and was able to get the big win.
Well, Shady beat Princeton last night. They defeat Greenbrier East here tonight. And Shady will be on the road tomorrow night in Summersville against Nicholas County. Then they'll go to Princeton on Friday. Then they'll come back and play Saturday afternoon against Pikeview. But for players that love to play, they love that schedule, right?
Yeah, they'd rather do that. And they were dormant for close to 2 weeks. So we talk about the legs. Still a lot of minutes on the legs, but I think these young kids will be up to the task.
Yeah, squeezing 2 weeks into about 5 days. Of course, they'll get Thursday off, but I'm sure that'll be light practices. But we're going to go inside the numbers, and inside the numbers are brought to you by Direct Choice. Direct Choice is a pre-owned vehicle lot located at 4631 Robert C. Byrd Drive. They have West Virginia's best selection and best prices on pre-owned vehicles. Also, inside the numbers brought to you by Allstate Insurance. Lori Richmond, the agent, located at Market Road in Beckley. You can dial Lori up at 304-252-8646. You're in good hands with Allstate, and now you're in good hands with Eric, because he has all the numbers of this Shady victory.
The numbers of the night for the Greenbrier East are 32. They only scored 48 points, but they were led in scoring by their two leading scorers. Nathan Dixon with 20 tonight, came in averaging 18, but Brody Hamrick was hampered by foul trouble, and I think that's what really led to Shady being able to extend the lead. He only finished with 12 points, only 2 players in double figures for the Greenbrier East Spartans. And at the free throw line, Maris, they only went 4 times, cashing in 3 on the night. Shady, on the other hand, they had 3 double-figure scores, and you get steady Kobe Dillon as he had 20 points, knocked down 2 3-pointers, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. But he also drove and kicked and dished the ball to Cutter Boggs in that third quarter and third and fourth quarter. And Cutter Boggs came up big, picked up 2 fouls early, set out most of the first quarter and most of the second quarter, but came up with 16 points and rounded out the double-figure scores is Gabe Short, who always has a great floor game. He had 11 points, was 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Shady went to the free throw line 14 times, able to cash in 12 in the victory.
Yep, and that was big. Shady able to do it on the defensive end of the floor. When they got to the line, they knocked down the majority of their free throws. And, they got back-to-back good quality wins, Eric, against 2 good regional opponents, beating Princeton and beating East. So now they've split the season series with East, and they will go to Princeton on Friday. Of course, they have Nicholas County tomorrow, who they've already beat here. So if they can beat Nicholas County tomorrow, Shady, they'll have swept the season series with them. And if they beat Princeton on Friday, they'll have swept the season series with them.
Yeah, things looking up. They had 2 decisive losses last week
Ripley
against
and
Ripley and Fairmont Senior. So getting back on the winning track and learning to play without Eli Sexton, who's day-to-day, and hopefully they get him back in the fold.
All right, that'll wrap things up here from Shady Spring High School. We appreciate all the help that we had in the preparation of the broadcast. Of course, Jackie Moon always does a fabulous job on camera. Where would we be without the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins? We definitely wouldn't be here. He's like the center. He snaps the ball and he makes the play happen. As we appreciate Nick Eskins producing and directing. For my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Shady defeats Greenbrier 60-48. Good night, everybody.